Welcome, everybody, to the VRML Season 3, Week 3 of Breachers. My name is Nightfire with two E's, and I am your sole conductor in today's journey into the unknown, quite frankly. Two squads that have a lot of question marks around them and a lot of interest, as there has been a good amount of people voting on wanting to have this match be broadcast. And it's two teams, again, that are coming in fresh to Season 3, but with a history. These players bringing with them experience at a gold and higher level in some cases on both sides. But so far, their seasons have been impressive as well. 3-0-1 on both sides, both teams undefeated so far in the regular season. Technically, if you don't count a tie as a defeat. And one of them... well, I guess I could get another tie, but likely one of them will face their first defeat this afternoon. We were going to get that yesterday with Wrecked versus Acer, and I suppose we got another tie there, so we could avoid defeat, but we'll have to wait and see how these two teams perform, because quite frankly, I do not know what to expect between these two squads. So we'll look at the stats, kind of give us a perspective on where we are going here this afternoon. And you can see Havoc played Dam. We got the full arsenal of maps have been chosen on both sides. And I suppose the one real change up that we talked about with Wrecked and Acer is that Arctic has had a substantial rework as of I think a week ago. So the fact that that's where we're headed for map number 1 is an interesting choice. And like I was saying yesterday when Wrecked and Acer were playing on Arctic, you gotta wonder if teams are going to be utilizing that series as a guide onto how to play this updated map, or maybe how not to. But either way, both squads readied up in game, both squads good to go, both squads with full rosters. And we get ready to dive into round 1. Map 1 is best of 3. Shout out to everyone tuning in, hanging out, and who patiently waited for us to dive into our first map of the afternoon. I do appreciate you. I also do appreciate all the votes on this match. Hopefully it'll live up to the expectations of the folks at home. 40 votes on the website for this one to get broadcast, so definitely a high level of interest, to say the least. And I gotta wonder if we're running subs on either side. I don't think so. Let me double check rosters real quick. No, they're just not using their team's tags. So no subs, full rosters on both sides. For Havoc, we have Blue, Toxic, Drop, Kai, Bishop, and Froke. And over on VALOR, we got Jins, Shino, Crimson, YK, Shav, Cat, and Sleetso. Ooh, a nice opener. On the pistol round, Shav Cat kicking things off for VALOR. You can see the new entry points, the new ways to work around this site. Could come into play here soon. I don't think I've seen a whole lot of A sites pushing yet as Froke gets caught and sort of trapped in that back room. We'll quickly retreat out of it as Kai finds a rotation. Oh, and blue. A good 1-2 tap onto Jim. Still a fight over sight. 45 seconds left on the clock, and the defense starting to push back out as Crimson fights for their lives. Manages to pick up one. Low HP for blue on the corners, as is Froke. And EMP still in Shevket's hands. Oh, and as the phone comes down, ooh, a good reinforcement. Shevket catches the kill. He's trying to open up a site. Now for the plant inside the bathroom as Froke rotates over and does not catch the kill. EMP gets planted, 2 alive on VALOR. And I gotta wonder what the connoisseur vote was this afternoon. I think general consensus in chat was VALOR was gonna win. That's what the folks in chat were saying. We're rooting for. But let's see what the connoisseurs had to say. 77-8 in favor of VALOR winning this series. So connoisseurs also putting their vote to VALOR. But we've already seen some pretty substantial upsets. I mean, I think Rekt surprisingly had who had less votes than Acer. I can't remember what the votes were for Rekt Acer, but that was a tie. And I gotta wonder. I think if a game ties on the connoisseur vote, you technically don't get it right unless you call it tie. I don't think you can call it tie though. Maybe we should have that. Anyway, in round 2, and a confident buy and push coming in from Crimson. Usually you don't see the rifle lead when it is purchased. It tends to be sort of a backline element. But I suppose when it's on offense, when you do have it lead, your teammates, as long as they're right behind you, can pick it up if you die. So Crimson basically has a tail as Sleetso and Shevket follow them around, and Crimson picks up a couple of kills. Shots through the wall. Suppressive fire that does zone out that A-site defense. This duo getting pushed. A risky stand out in the middle, but they've got the active camo to give them a little bit of that extra edge when it comes to the fight. Shav catches the flank, so that won't be coming through. Froke goes down, and Crimson and Sleetso with the 1-2 punch. EMP gets planted, and VALOR are looking good on their offensive half here. Confident on Arctic. But a full buy round may be what Havoc need. We will have to see. Quick shout out to Triangle Factory, a supporter of VRML Season 3. We really do appreciate everything that they do contribute into the VRML, from cash prizing to in-game support. I mean, you've seen the skins, but on top of that, the constant support we get on the spectating side. You can see how quickly we got our mini-map back after, I think it was a brief update, and we really do appreciate the dedication they give to VRML so that we can put on a good show and run a good season for you guys. So a big shout out to Triangle Factory. We really do appreciate them and their support. It's huge. It is huge, and it made VRMLCon even happen in the first place. So big shout out to them for that too. I know we've said it obviously before, but anywho, round 3. Aggressive setup from Kai. Typically, I'd expect Toxic or their pistol user to be the one that's extended the most far forward. I don't think... Yeah, Toxic is too far forward, so I gotta wonder what the play is here. Maybe they pick up a rifle if it's downed on objective, or reinforce a spot if they lose one early. I'm not sure. So gonna throw that camo on. Gets a little info with those shots coming from Toxic. And as they're on site, Shavcat catches Rogue. Crimson goes down to Bishop. Bishop quickly scooped up by Jims. The pistol trying to come out, and Blue has picked up a Vezin on the flank. Found multiple kills. Shino, Shavcat going down. And in a quick turn of events, Havoc grasps back control of this round, find another kill, and now Jim's alone. 1v3 tucked into the back of sight where they likely know his location, but he gets a great headshot. Can't retreat in time. As Toxic scoops up the shots to the back end, Havoc put their first round on the board. I forget not to do scores manually, so I accidentally updated it, but 2-1. Map 1, and the back and forth begins here. I mean, both squads, how many were alive? 3 left alive, pretty good. So I'd argue Havoc probably the ones in control of the economy here, but they did invest pretty substantially that last round. But they had Toxic ecoing, so now Toxic's able to buy multiple utility. That spreads throughout the team. In comparison, VALOR really in a tough spot on their economy. Interestingly enough, after winning 2 rounds, you'd think you'd have I mean, Shavcat is close. I suppose they could have bought a Vezin here. They could have gone 3 Vezins, actually. But they decided to go 2 in an Omen, which has been the sort of max eco buy that we are seeing teams go for, because then I think there's enough cash between the 5 players to pick up 5 Vezins the next round if you lose. I think that's the math. But, I mean, don't ever tell me to do math, you know? Stalled out. Jim's trying to find some headshots with that close. Bishop nearly goes down to a nade. Shino does go down. Crimson peeks out, and they'll get scooped up by Kai. The threat there on the edge, very real as that smoke comes up, trying to deter their angle. Jims tries to find the headshot. Can't find it, and Kai continues to pick apart this VALOR squad. The push onto site doesn't work out too well, and Sleetso has a rifle in hand. I imagine wants to keep this through to the next round, and so they have dropped off pushing. They're going to tuck in and try and eco this rifle through. Havoc looking to bounce back, put up a second offense or defensive round. The question I guess I have is, in the Arctic rework, are we defensive or offensive sided? I think yesterday I saw a pretty even split. No, yesterday Acer won 7-1 on Arctic. And they started attack, I think. I don't know. What happened yesterday? You expect me to remember that? But an eco round firstly, so the right choice, because I think if they do this, they'll have enough for 5. I think if Sleetso lost that rifle, they would be four rifles and an Omen would be the buy, I believe. But the solid defensive round for Havoc puts them well in control of this half now. Maybe a bit of a rough start, a slow start, who knows? But they certainly seem to be back in control. They've got the economy advantage, obviously. They'll be able to ride that throughout the rest of this half. So, back in the saddle and a gander at the scoreboard. Take a look at who is leading the fray. Shavkat in particular there with 6 kills. Pretty impressive job. I do see a lot of fine folk tuning in and enjoying the action today, so if you can, hit that thumbs up button. I actually have to do it right now myself, but we'd like to see more folks joining the stream and more people aware of VRML. Best way to do that is to help on the metrics front. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you aren't already. We have seen a tremendous uptick in viewership this season, which is awesome to see, but on top of that, we've been investing more time and energy into highlight reels and shorts. You can see those coming out from Gravy, in particular, Old Gravy doing a great job there. But more folks will have their hands in editing these highlight reels. And so our entire creators team going to be deserved of shout-outs throughout the rest of this season, because you can expect more of that. So we are expecting more action here in this series. Crimson cracks the door blocker and gets ready to push in. Timing, not a huge factor for the VALOR offense so far. That extra 30 seconds that's been taken off has hurt a lot of teams. Ooh, and I think we had a sub on the VALOR side. Works has been brought in. How did I miss that? Was that a mid? It had to have been mid-round. We'll do the investigation later. They're here and they're fighting, and Works has picked up their first kill. Focusing VALOR back up. Foam down, and B seems to be on the map. Static emitter still slowing the entry if they do want to make it through that cracked wall. A good smoke there, going to deny vision. The EMP still can get planted on the other side there, and a nice nade that takes most of Frog's HP down. Toxic Drop catches 2 with a frag themselves. I'm not sure where that came from, but it was a little too late. EMP is planted, 2v3 advantage VALOR right now as Bishop has to push up and try and get the retake. They take too much damage over the top. Toxic Drop trying to push, trying to clear out this kitchen area. They find 2. There's 2. They need 1 more. So little time. The clock ticking down. They have to push in and find gems, and they find the triple kill. They lock it in. Do they have time for the defuse? I don't think they do. Oh, it's close. They get it. Oh my goodness. Toxic Drop clutches the round by a hair. What a push here to find this pick in the corner. The double outside in the kitchen. Where are Toxic Drop's high fives, people? Maybe he's going back and saving that clip. Who knows? But that was a stellar play from Toxic. Too early for big plays like that because my voice will be gone, but they've got 8 kills on 2 deaths so far on the series. Whew. We are into it. A good series, but Havoc have put 3 in a row. Granted off the back of a big clutch, but nonetheless, 3 in a row here. And VALOR go into another full buy round based off of, I think, what was 2 Vezins and an Omen that last round. I actually didn't look at what their buy was. Round 5. It should have been mostly full. This is actually a partial considering you got a Cadillo and a pistol, so I'm sure it was a full buy last round. The push out probe goes down. Crimson able to catch one. Whole team stacked up, ready and waiting, and the immolation nade will come out, basically rendering that smoke useless. Can't push into it. Can't push through it. Door blocker also obviously a problem. But I think that door blocker was put up after the smoke went in. I don't know. I don't remember that being there. I think they got a... Maybe it was down when the player ran through. I think that was it. That was it. Static emitter also blocking entry, even with the flash. It's going to be a slow roll. Bishop finds one, not two, and a nice pick from Jims with the Cadillo. Works trying to get some utility inside of that back angle, and it's a 3v3. Surprisingly, despite the eco round for VALOR here, they're doing pretty well pushing in here. Oh, and works. Sets VALOR up for maybe their first point in 3 rounds. Toxic's still alive, though, and they are the kill leaders, setting themselves up for a potential pinch on the side. This team's not ready for it. Jim certainly seems to be covering, and the active camo, they had the advantage. Toxic still finds the kill, finds the info, as Blue fends off the rotation and finds a double themselves. From the perspective of Toxic, Blue picking up 2 is huge there. That's the half for them. They basically grabbed back from what was a pretty rough start, a solid half. Only a few points away from taking map number 1. VALOR have a big opportunity here. They can grab a pistol and an advantage round pretty quickly, a 1-2 punch early in this half. Because I don't think those offensive rounds are going to come easy once VALOR's able to settle in with their economy and get a few bits of utility on the floor, get the Vezins in hand. I think it'll be a lot like what we just saw. If it does go the way of defense, I think it will be close rounds, but VALOR have a chance now, as we do again. Swap sides, we reset that economy, we go back to the pistol rounds. After 6 rounds, we do this, and that's called a half. So if you're new, learn something. Audio transmitter giving away some info. Immolation nades slowing down the push. Spring some bug jutsu on this team if they time things properly. Toxic drops holding the back, though, and shuts down the rotation. That could have gone bad for the Havoc squad. 3v2, though. And Crimson and the Works are all that's left for VALOR. Havoc could run away with this map if they themselves were the team to lock in the pistol round. So little HP on Toxic. The push comes in. Works catches one. On site is where we have to focus. Bishop finds Works. There's still one left alive, though, and it's Crimson, who's slowly rotating to the flank. Toxic 1 HP and Bishop full. Definitely a 1-2 punch possible for Crimson here. They found 5 kills already this map. They're going to be ready for Bishop in the corner. They find Bishop. Still have more HP than Toxic, and then hear the EMP plant going down, so they know Toxic has rotated. And they see that crouch to the corner. They cannot afford to get headshot, and they do. Toxic clutches with 1 HP and goes 11-2 for Havoc. I saw Gravy say clip of the week. I think we could have a couple clips of the week on this map, quite frankly. I mean, I suppose every good play is a clip of the week, technically, because it's Monday. But we can't get into technicalities, okay? If we do that, then we'll tear ourselves apart. Because technically, this is a delayed game from last week. So you're going to have to do some time-traveling, timey-wimey stuff to put these clips in the highlight reel that was just released on Shorts earlier today. If you did miss that, you should go check it out. A lot of good clips there, and we're taking community clips, too, through our VRML Clips channel that we have on the Breachers VRML Discord. If you want to get involved in that, please go check out that channel. And just thinking now, we need to get a better, maybe like a link or something that we can post here so people can go straight to it. But we've got some great clips already from folks, so we do appreciate you. Into round 8. And a big advantage round here for Havoc. They could push this to map point right now. Ooh, and Shino fending off the entry in. Finds 2 in the push. Works, supporting over the top. EMP gets planted. And Bishop still has full HP, but not for long as Works picks up a Vezin. Defuses the EMP, and could have gone worse for Havoc, but not ideal. Lose 29.50 in cash. Wait, what? Oh, okay, they dropped. I thought they dropped their rifle there. But they lose, yeah, about 29.50 in cash and the round. It hurts substantially their economy this round. So they can't full buy here when they typically would. And off of a good pistol round, they sort of squander that advantage and are now in a even maybe bigger disadvantage than 2 Vezins against pistols, in that they are going up against full Vezins with 2 Omens. It's not even a full partial buy. We're going for definitely a eco round here coming out of the Havoc squad. Any kills are positive kills at this stage in this next round. Interesting to see VALOR even getting aggressive, as she know. Catches 1. You'd think you'd want to try and tuck your Vezins in. And a Viper, I see. Like it got picked up before they broke in. Works, shuts down the rotation. Catches Hex trying to swing across. Blue Kai and Bishop are all that's left, and at this stage, VALOR might start to push in. Overaggression can be the demise of a defense, though, so all about the timing. yeah, the eco round not going good for Havoc. Can't find a single kill. And I think several score predictions have been ruined with that round. I think I saw a 7-3 map 1 call come in. But I think we're getting pretty dang close to having a tie map 1 here. I think we are pretty dang close, so. Have to see if Havoc can lock it in right now. They need to. It's a must-win round. They're not going to have much of an economy next round. And then it's basically a do-or-die. You're down by 5-6 must-win. So not a lot of wiggle room for them, despite them being closer to the score, to taking this map. It's the economy-wise definitely in favor of VALOR right now. Obviously off of those round wins and off of that big, I think, 0 death round last round. I mean, that's a huge economic advantage. I do see a super chat has come in from Dusty, who says yes. Love to see that. Thank you, Dusty. We appreciate your contribution to the VRML. That goes back and supports the VRML and keeps the lights on with the servers and infrastructure we need to run the website and manage Discord. So we do appreciate that support a lot. It does help quite a bit, and so again, thank you for that super chat. Oh, and a good nade from Crimson. Out. Absolute chaos over B site. Crimson finds 2 through the smoke. Continues to dump the rest of their mag and makes it very difficult for Havoc to get much of anywhere. VALOR dominating the round as Toxic gets 1 for the cost of their life. But like I said, you talk about momentum and economy now. Well, it was just economy last round. Now it's momentum too. That was a pretty dominant round, and it completely shuts Havoc's economy back down to, again, an eco round that they're going to need to put on here, and then another do-or-die round in the final round of this map. But I truly think VALOR are the ones that are in control here off of, again, what is a pretty sizable comeback from Havoc. VALOR are a pretty sizable opening. I mean, I don't know. VALOR started 2-0. Havoc came back 4 points in a row, and now VALOR on defense putting up a much better half than when they were attacking. I mean, it's not even letting anyone die on I mean, they really haven't had too close of a defensive round go the way of Havoc right now. So it's more than just the fact that they've won a couple of rounds in a row. It's how they've won them. And I wonder what Havoc's plan will be for these next 2 rounds, the final 2 rounds of map 1. Ooh, and that audio transmitter info. Sino swings, catches one. Jim's caught another on the short corner. Door blocker goes up. Quick nade tossed. Hex tucks back in, but Havoc quickly losing 2. And VALOR still with 4 alive again. Another tough entry here for Havoc. Toxic 14 and 5 on the half. That is absolutely insane. We gotta look at the full scoreboard. Next highest is Kai with 8, so nearly double the kills of second place on their team there, with Toxic again at 14. And they are the kill leader in the lobby right now, with Crimson at 11. So they are definitely a substantial threat, but with a pistol in their hand against 4 Vezins, I do wonder what they will be able to string together. Hex found Marui, I'm assuming off of Shino's body. And they also see a Vezin. Should just pick that up, take it to their teammate, and I think that's what they will do. And I mean, to reinforce your best shooter, definitely a solid plan, but oh, I see, they're ecoing. I think. Are they? They're gonna have a chance. Ooh, the swing out. Crimson identifies the duo. Yeah, they're ecoing. They're gonna take the rifle and the Marui in. I think. Oh, that's tough. Look at the send. They're both looking for Hex, trying to get rid of that Marui out of their hands. But yeah, I mean, if they had carried the Vezin through, I think they would have been able to get attachments onto 3 or 4 of those Vezins, or get way more utility than they're able to buy into right now. That was actually a pretty big kill to take that rifle out of one of the Havoc attackers. And now, again, the defensive half really is in VALOR's control. They are in control of the momentum. They are the ones that are finding early picks and really shutting down this offense before it has a time to set up. So I credit that, I suppose, to some utility, but also to the aggression of sort of the tip of the spear of the VALOR team, getting out there and finding those early kills. Definitely not easy. And, well, it could be a VALOR map if they have anything to say about it here. Taking it to map point, as Havoc hoping to tie and push us to a 3-map series. Crimson creeping and crawling. Could be a major threat to this team if they're not too careful, if they get too ahead of themselves. Crimson's here, and they're swinging out. They're catch 2, make it 3. Down goes Havoc, and in comes VALOR. 4 alive and a 4v2. Toxic Drop is battling back. VALOR pushing in, and we've swapped to a 2v2, just like that. The main kill leader still alive, and now the only one alive. The final round of map 1. And Toxic rotates back and isn't ready for Crimson as VALOR, and frankly Crimson, clutches up the final round. I think that was a quadra kill or even an ace. And map 1 goes the way of the squad that started with the lead and ends with the lead. And that's one way to kick this series off. Holy cow, what a opening map. Arctic delivering on all accounts. These two squads pretty dang even in overall skill, and rightfully so. Both of them 3-0-1 in the start of their season as new squads. Incredibly impressive to do that. And at this stage, Havoc looking at potentially taking their first loss. Obviously, a team that is familiar with having to come back or likely lose a lead. So they're not out by any means. And I think that was VALOR's map pick. So we may now go to a comfort zone for Havoc, but that'll be after a brief break. I'm seeing some people dropping out. They're going to swap around some substitutes. And before we take a little break ourselves here, a quick shout out to Triangle Factory for supporting VRML in our 3rd season. It's awesome to see so many folks coming in and enjoying the VRML this season. And there's going to be a lot more with Quest 3S coming out and the holidays coming up. Be ready for a lot of new faces in your favorite game, and be sure that you're welcoming to all the new players in VR. Embrace them into the VRML community. Show them how to create a team. Get them to play Breachers competitively. It's your job as a community. It's our job to bring them in. And so if you are new now, hit that sub button. We do this regularly every week with multiple broadcasts throughout the week. But I am going to go to a brief break. And when we come back, it'll be map 2 of Havoc vs. VALOR. welcome back everybody to the VRML Season 3, Week 3. My name's Nightfire. If you are just tuning in, it's VALOR versus Havoc. Map 1, quite chaotically, went the way of our VALOR 7-5. Map 2 is, as you can see, a new map for the first time. My VRML history. No, I casted the damn map earlier, didn't I? I think I did. I've cast one damn map. I lied. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I cast damn once. But still fresh to me, and likely fresh to the VALOR squad, who's come off of a strong map 1 win. I imagine if we pull up the stats, you'll see that Havoc have played this map already a few times. 100% win rate, matter of fact, and in comparison, VALOR with a 70% win rate, still pretty good. I do have to swap teams here, because VALOR are on the attack and Havoc are on defense for map 1. Map 2. Shots to sleep. So shoulder information relayed to Kai, who's trying to push up to finish off the shots, and does find a kill. Drone work there, and a lot of nades and utility coming down onto VALOR, who simply were not ready to push out. And well, that wasn't the round that VALOR were hoping to come off of. And in comparison, Havoc used their timeout just right. Come back off of a map loss, focused, and don't lose a single player in their efforts to win that pistol round. Pretty dang good. Pretty dang good bounce back for them. And I mean, they were close in map 1. Obviously, we went to that final round, but now get to see what they are going for, and you can see Blue happy with that deployment. Will essentially be the one placing most of the utility, since they aren't buying in to a Vezin. And that's 4 utility items for them. That's the audio transmitter, the static emitter, and the trip mines, all thrown out. Interestingly, Toxic with 2 kills, not taking the Vezin. Instead going to Bishop and Kai. Kai with 3. Maybe Toxic wanting to opt to get a little bit more aggressive. Who knows, but Crimson suffers a big early chunk of HP down. And you know, it's really interesting to see how these two teams differ in general setup than what we were seeing with Acer and Wrecked, just in terms of style. I feel like we are going to a bit more of an Acer defensive setup here, where they would tuck in around objective pretty tightly. Static emitter is down though and slow, and Crimson down to touch. A nice nade toss to the back of Works. Gets big damage, allows Blue to rotate to the corner. Emitter goes down, but Works sees it. Works catches shots to Blue. Blue able to make the shot, make the corner. Chunks of HP down across the board. Blue not able to heal, but they run into the entirety of Havoc. Pistols up and drawn, and they're planting right under the nose of this defense. Shino, their knee peeking out there. Kai, a dangerous shot with that rifle, and Bishop now working their way in. Toxic finds the flank. The rest of the team pushes out for the final kill, and EMP defused as Havoc take a solid 2-0 lead here. And we saw this with VALOR last map. Albeit I think they were on, yeah, they were on defense. They took a quick 2. And then when it came to the full buy round, we saw Havoc take 4 rounds in a row. So I think that's what VALOR are going for here. They need to regain control off of this round. Otherwise, it's very likely they'll end up losing this this half 4-2 themselves. Go into a side swap. They're in for another long road to victory. But they bounced back pretty dang good last map, so I'm not going to count them out by any means. Both of them have solid win rates on this map as well, so it shows an understanding of the new map to the season. Quick gander again at the scoreboards. If you are just jumping in, map 1 on Arctic was stellar. And VALOR are looking for a series win off of this map here. Havoc looking to push us to a map 3 decider. This buy not going the way of VALOR. The offensive half a struggle so far. Good nade there, does root out, works. Blue's still on this corner. I don't think Crimson's seen their ankles or kneecaps yet. They're tucked in. Nope, Shav does spot the toes, so they'll bite him. Nice headshot from Kai. Turns things back to a advantage, back to a 2-2, back to advantage, back to a round win. Havoc remain in control. 3-0. Sprinting to a 6-0 half, quite frankly. Makes me wonder if VALOR will even get a point in the next 3 rounds. Economy's in shambles, so this one's certainly not going to look good. Basically hoping to get 1 or 2 kills right now in this next round if you're on VALOR. If you're Havoc, you just got to simply throw your utility and hold your angles. You have the advantage. You can really learn a thing or two by watching where items are placed. And kind of giving a little thumbs up to that utility, to that audio transmitter placement. They were happy with that. As the round starts, the defensive smoke comes in just to stall and slow any advancements, maybe disrupt a drone. Get it caught up in some smoke. Obviously also denies Crimson any line of sight down through that doorway, so I mean, that's its true purpose. Crimson, interestingly enough, taking the Vezin. Doesn't have a ton of cash themselves after the buy either, so it's a risky pickup right now. They need at least 2 kills, I think, to really make this a worthwhile investment. They might be able to find those kills if they're fortunate enough. The rest of VALOR draws the eye of this defense. And a 1-for-1 trade. Bishop catches Shino, but not before that nade connects. I'm really just waiting for Crimson to send it with the rest of this team to try and pick up a couple of kills and maybe chip away at the Havoc defense. Across there that backs off a couple of angles. Still, though, if Crimson goes down, it's not ideal. That Vezin should be able to get picked up. Yeah, I think Shav manages to grab it. Also, Hell Syringe and Stealth in their hands. Tosses the Omen over, and another kill. This time a 2-piece for Hex. That puts Sleetso alone. 1v4, trying to make some magic happen with the Omen. Toxic out of ammo. Gets swung on and goes down. And like I said, I think 2 kills probably makes that Vezin buy worth it there, but I don't know. The economy pretty good for Havoc. Like, they got no issues for the rest of the half. I don't see VALOR getting a point in this half, frankly. I mean, Havoc are putting on a good showing here. The very clear understanding of the map. I think they have a 100% win rate on this, so that would be an indicator that they have, yeah, 7-0 to team on this map before. And I guess as a stat, that's maybe more of a concern to look at than something like 10 rounds played and VALOR going 7-3. So part of me thinks that VALOR goes 7-3 on defense starting. I don't know. There's a lot. If you really try to break the stats down, you could assume that VALOR is going to be able to put up a good defensive half here. And maybe at least get a point or 2. This is a full buy here, and they should have another full buy next round. Around the corner, Crimson finds one, can't get a second. Kai goes down on the defense, and now it's up to Bishop. Blue and Hex, as Hex has been picking apart this offense, continues to do so. Bishop finds a double, does go down, and it takes us to a 1v1. EMP planted. Blue on the retake, clutches it, and takes the perfect half to the final round. 5-0. For Havoc on defense right now. If they 7-0 this map, that's pretty crazy to have 14 rounds and a 100% win rate on a map in Season 3. And teams maybe should start recognizing that Havoc definitely are comfortable on Dam. At the very least on defense. We don't know how they do on offense. Quite frankly, maybe they've only had 1 round on offense on Dam this season because they've went 7-0, but we don't know what side they started on, so I don't know. See folks in chat. My recommendation always is if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. It's always the safest route to go if you're concerned about rules and what have you. But a big shout out to all the folks that are tuning in. We do appreciate you. I see your faces in here. Flighty, Button Press, Skippy, Retalker, D Delta. Oh yeah, we had a super chat from Ice Beast. Thank you, Ice Beast. We really do appreciate that. VALOR, better win this. I bet you that super chat applies now more than ever. I think it was for last map, but I'm sure they're thinking the same thing right now. Down 5-0 to Havoc. Final round of the half, and I need an offensive round to at least give them a cushion off the pistol round. Good nade onto the back of Kai, and Kai, maybe recognizing they were going to go down, at least catches 2 before they do go down to that nade. Though not ideal for VALOR, and Havoc is definitely sprinting to 7-0, trying to maintain the perfect record on Dam. Trying to maintain that damn perfect record. Extra gun for some extra ammo there, but doesn't find anyone through the wall. Gets rid of the static emitter, but Bishop is doing a great job keeping Works from pushing through to this hole in the wall. How much ammo do they have left? A mag and a half, so not a lot. Really not a lot. 15 seconds left, though, so what do they need the ammo for? It's for this, to suppress. Works catches 1. Crimson on a rotation. Works catches 3. Bishop alone. Oh, and there's the clutch. VALOR put around on the board as Works catches 4. Don't count him out just yet. And a vital offensive point. Havoc get their first loss on Dam. They get their first damn loss. Taking another look at chat. Edible 360, Taurus Man. Skippy. Thank you all for stopping by. Again, like I said, the viewership has been tremendous this season in these early weeks, and we really do appreciate it. A lot of hype coming off of VRML Con, so I don't blame folks for being interested. And like we've been talking about, a bunch of new faces coming in, so it's a great time. Part of a VRML team or be playing in the VRML. I love it. I love to see it. I love the enthusiasm folks have for this season, and I truly am. It feels so fresh this season, especially with the updates they've made between Season 2 and 3, adding Dam, changing Arctic, reworking ship. It's really fresh, and it's exciting to be watching experienced teams and new teams alike battle it out. Good nade. Works continues to be on a big run here as a couple of kills come over the top. That immolation does enough damage onto the toes to catch another kill. We're into a little bit of a 3-3. Oh, and there's the shot from the back. There's the double for Chev. Makes it 3? No. Toxic. A serious threat. Gotta be careful overextending. Toxic has had multiple kills here, but can't find gems. And oh dear, oh dear. This is concerning a little bit. This round is huge. Well, no, let's think. Next round is huge for Havoc. Right now, VALOR are in control. They have the economic advantage. They just won that pistol round. But next round's the full buy. If Havoc lose that, we go 4-5 pretty quickly, and then maybe a way back in for VALOR. You don't want to let VALOR claw their way back, because like I said, if we're to look at that last score line, I would guess they'd probably put up a pretty good defensive half if they won 7-3. Arguably, they put up one round on attack and won a perfect defensive half. But, again, I don't know what rounds they won when, so I'm just kind of doing guesswork to make a fun story. Because I do think that could be the case. I do think VALOR could string together a couple of points in a row here. And works! Oh, me, oh my. Blue gets caught by a trip mine, and that's not what... I mean... Morale maybe at this point spiraling downwards on the Havoc side. To lose an early player like that, unfortunate to say the least. Whole team here of VALOR rotating over to B as they hear that audio cue, anticipating that this is where the push is coming. Open, wall is cracked, nades come in, one headshot and a nade connect. Havoc have control of the space. Jim's clutching up one kill. On the side, yeah. YK and Jim's come together, and there's the double Vezin buy, literally clutching the round for VALOR. That's why you invest off of a pistol round win, and that's what you do with that investment. There's the power of double Vezin, quite frankly, on display. Because that was a round that Havoc had control of. And I think that at the very least it sets them up into this round with the ability to buy some utility. Or attachments, I guess. Comparatively, though, VALOR can go pretty big into this round and still be... I mean, yeah. Havoc's trying to push this to a map 3 now. I mean, I guess they have been, but they just need one round to do it. They just need to go to 6 to make this a tie or win map for them. They are 1 point away from doing it. They're 1 point away from doing it for, well, the same amount of points last map, too. An early pick certainly would be nice. Oh, and that's a good nade. Kai shoots the back of X. Oh, no, that didn't work out. They were trying to shoot at the target on the corner there, but one for none. Nade gets half of Kai's HP. Shots to the wall almost connect as they whiz over the shoulder of Kai, and the static emitter is down. So much information right there in that one little play. I could spend 30, 40 seconds talking about it. The static emitter forcing Kai to not be able to push deeper into the cover, so the shots coming over the shoulder, they were closer than they maybe should have been because Works knows the static emitter is forcing them to tuck in only on that corner. It's a lot of information being processed and a lot of knowledge on where players like to go based off of how you place the utilities. So impressive to see VALOR locking in here on defense, but being gifted a kill, and so far doing good HP damage is pretty solid here for this defense's Works. Inching up, tries to catch Bishop out, and now is in a bit of a spot they don't want to be in, trapped and tucked in. Bishop catches the kill. An overextension that costs VALOR a defender. Havoc don't have a lot of utility, though. Only one health syringe and 3 players that need it. In the meanwhile, Crimson working on in the flank. Kai catches Shino, and that prompts the play into the site, but several kills coming from Shavcat and Jims. Blue and Kai go down. Crimson continuing to flank, picks up another as Toxic drops from shots to the back, and Bishop goes down for another round into VALOR's hands. One offensive point might be all VALOR needed as they continue to put on a clean defensive showcase and now go into an economic advantage round. You can see Havoc not able to buy much of anything this round. They need to save it for the next round and the final round, because quite frankly, they're planning for now a round 12 to just try and take this to a map 3. Just try and tie. Tying is not optimal by any means for Havoc. It puts you in a space where you can only lose or tie the series. And sure, tying a series is better than losing, so they'll be pushing for it still. But that's what the planning is right now on the economy side for. They're planning, I think, for round 12, more so than the next round or even now. Oh, I like Day Frost better than Day Water. Frost is cooler. But wouldn't that be like Magma Fire then? I feel like the opposite of Frost is something. It's not fire, because water is obviously the opposite of fire. Steam Fire? No, Night Steam? Double kill for Crimson, and oh no, Crimson, please, the ace. I mean, so many clips for Crimson today as they get a little team dance in the corner. I think Havoc at least wanted one, but to be absolutely denied any extra cash there hurts. I think the consecutive loss money is coming in big enough now that they do have at least enough cash to pick up utility, but I gotta wonder what the mentality of the mindset is of the Havoc squad right now. They know that they've done this before, that they've lost a map like this already this series. It's gotta be fresh in their mind. They just need a point to push this to a third at least. And if they do take this point, then, well, it's still not even necessarily... There's a chance that they can win the map still. So, you know, this is the do or die. Right here is, are you going to push for the tie, or are you going to try and win this map? And so far, VALOR are in control. Aggressive utility coming in here. Enough to get a bit of damage onto Hex. Enough to prompt some utility to the flank of Crimson. Now relying on their teammates to cover the angles. Crimson now holding the front. Good flash there. Blinds Crimson in a beautiful play from Hex. Finds the first kill they need. Havoc in control with the player count going their way, but not for long as Works finds a nade. Bounced around the corner as the Vesen was trying to be redirected away from being scooped up and tucked in by the VALOR squad. An unnecessary effort, but hard to read in the moments under pressure as the sight seems to be on the menu for Havoc, and the health bars favor VALOR. An immolation nade that does not go where they want it to. On top of the objective there. Blue catches Chino on the corner. The pinch coming in, but it's 3-3 now as Jims finds another frag back. Works can't catch Bishop on the trade. Toxic swings with their camo down, and they go down. Bishop goes down to a double from Works, and we're into a 1v1. Kai with 1 HP clutches, and Havoc say we're taking it to another map. My voice says no thank you. But with plays like that, how can you not be excited? Now the compete for a tie is in VALOR's hands. And Havoc looking at a chance at a map win and a opportunity for the series in map 3. And I'm going to let my voice rest. Two v 2, 1 minute left. Jim's trying to prevent the entry into sight. Shav holding a longer angle. It'll be pretty tough for the duo to work through, and so instead I imagine it's a rotation. No, they're going for the plan around the corner. Cautious of Shav being a threat there, potentially swinging, and Jim's getting rid of Bishop makes things a little bit harder for Kai, who does catch the first kill, puts up a heal, and Shav finds the second. The chance of Havoc winning the series are gone. And VALOR have guaranteed a tie or a win this afternoon. That's the stakes right now. Havoc, obviously, in pursuit of the tie. They need to win map 3. They cannot afford a tie in map 3. They cannot afford a loss in map 3. Havoc looking for a tie or a win. So win conditions are in favor of VALOR. Win conditions are in favor of VALOR. because they've won Arctic already. But tying is still on the table. And yeah, we're headed to map 3. I mean, that was already decided. Well, I guess it wasn't. Havoc went up 6-5, so. Still, though. Yeah, it was. When they went up 6-5, it was. Imagine we'll need a break between these two teams. I know I do. At the very least, they're going to do a bit of side swapping. So while we wait, a quick shout out to all of the people tuning in. Again, I appreciate you all stopping by. And, of course, the Triangle Factory. Again, supporting VRML this season. We really do appreciate all of that support, both financially and in the game. It's incredible to have a dev team like Triangle Factory so committed to having Breachers be a fun VR esport. It's awesome to have that dedication, and it pays off with a lot of interest in the game and a lot of people coming in and joining VRML this season. So exciting stuff, exciting times for Breachers fans, that's for sure. And I'm definitely looking forward to more weeks in Season 3. If you are new, hit the sub button. But for now, we are going to go to a brief break. Enjoy the replays. And when we come back, we'll be diving into the final map, the series decider, map 3. Short break, which we do appreciate to come in from the teams. And it leads us right into our third and final map of the afternoon on Factory, a tried and true map that has not seen any new adjustments in a long time. This map, a map that both of these squads should have plenty of familiarity with and experience in, and maybe the map best primed for a tie 6-6. Let's see how it ends up as we get ready to dive into Factory for map 3. We also have a super chat coming in from Edible360. Thank you so much for that. $10 coming in and thanking me, us, I don't know. Thank you. Do appreciate that support a lot. Back to it. Round 1, pistol round opener, final round of the series. A reminder to hit that thumbs up button if you are enjoying the stream. The metrics help. As Jim pushes in and Kai wins out on the fight. The drone identifying the location of Kai here. But Hack's covering the rotation and no one from Havoc drops just yet in our pistol round. like a rotation A, and trades back and forth. It has been trade central in this pistol round, but it goes the way of Havoc. Some happy shakes, but they do not have an opportunity for a series win here. Obviously, this squad trying to avoid defeat, as neither Havoc or VALOR have had a loss yet this season. Both of them 3-0-1. If you are just tuning in, or you missed it when I said it the first time because you don't listen to every word I say, which is just crazy because I say a lot of good stuff. These streams are chock full of things that you need to hear from me. Fast work here from VALOR getting into objective space. Very little contention in what is usually a space that has a lot of aggressive defenders. Instead, it's quite a few players stacked up on the outside of A. And almost no B-side defense. Pretty easy to rotate back and forth between the two, though, so not too much of a concern. And oh, I see VALOR has subbed in Shark the Cat as well. Still, though, with no kills down and a minute 15 left, EMP is going to have to come in soon. Oh, and the first kill there, connected by Works. VALOR, a bit of an advantage. Where's the EMP going? Well, they have control, but not for long. Nades coming in. Hex finds one. Blue goes down, and Blue finds the refrag. Shavcat alone. And biting ankles. We saw that, a successful play coming in. The EMP getting planted? No! Yes, it did. Money for the EMP plant, but Blue clutches the round with just a slice of HP. Double health syringe and a Vezin carrying through to the next round. So a pretty decent save on the economy investment there. Should be able to full buy on defense here. And so VALOR in not too hot of a spot right now. Oop, I need to swap teams. Apologies for having that on the wrong side. I'm sure people were telling me in chat. But I'm on a delay. That's how it works. I see a comment in chat that the streets are talking. Gyms might be the best. The GOAT? Sorry, the GOAT, not the best. That's what the streets are saying, then who am I to argue? Oh, and out the window, Shav. Good play here for Valor. Everyone alive and well, and everyone finding kills. Havoc getting absolutely destroyed on defense here. As Hex tries to fend off a substantial amount of attackers and has found 2 kills. Not likely ready for the stair push, but seems to be tucking in for it. There's 3 here on the stairs. They can find all 3. They catch 2! Not the 3rd. Almost a clutch. That would have been devastating for Valor. But they get the kills. They get the round. They get the EMP plant. And a very good play. That does damage to the Valor economy, but not a lot at the end of the day. Valor definitely I wouldn't say lacking momentum, but that round certainly helps. Off of a map loss. Or tie, I guess. I guess the tie was a win for them because they were down 6-5, so. I don't know. I'm pretty even. Pretty even across the board. Out, that puts Kai in a tough spot. Oh, and catches Hex on the corner. Crimson been playing a solid series today, and as I say it, Bishop catches him out. Unaware of that steps rotation. All the utility carried through, though, and Toxic Drop is alone. At this pace, Valor could be sprinting back to victory. Off of, again, what was a strong comeback against Havoc Map 1 and a near Map 2 victory. Yeah, I suppose momentum leans their favor. Obviously, they've got a little less to lose here, so they can maybe even get more aggressive than they have been in previous rounds, and that might throw off Havoc, but even getting 2 on Factory is pretty solid, so Valor are in a good place. A few more folks stopping in. I see Owen in here. Retalker, Taurus Man. Thank you all for tuning in, hanging out, and catching the action today. Do appreciate you. A lot of faces these last couple of days. I mean, Sunday, Monday, these have been two incredible turnouts for folks. And again, I keep saying it, but we really do love to see all of the hype around the streams. So keep spreading the word. Tell your friends. Tell them you're enjoying a fun, competitive VR esports league that has broadcasts regularly throughout the week. Because we do. Bishop has become the bush. A very healthy VALOR offense continues to punish and seemingly bully this Havoc defense off the last 2 rounds. They have been dominating the space, but there seems to be a bit of a clawback. Toxic Drop also been a standout shooter for Havoc today, and they are in a position to spring their trap on the short corner here. Spring it on Crimson, no less, and Crimson with the standout shooter does get EMP tucked back around the corner. Shark gets rid of Toxic and puts it into a 3v3. EMP's planted, and they now have to rotate to interrupt that EMP. Hex does get out there to do that, though. Clears the EMP on defense. Another goes down. Works might not be able to get up top in time. There's 1 tick. There's 2. They have to hit the shots right away, and they can't. They get shut down. Havoc put up 3. I think we're going to go to the max rounds play. I think it's going to be the longest series of the season. Into round 6, the final round of the half. VALOR have secured 2 points on offense, and so far we've seen their defensive halves be stronger in this series on every map. And so the 2 points they've gotten on defense might be enough. Drone will scan the area. Static emitter will slow them down through the doorway. Will the defense here as Hex catches 1 through that doorway. Kai gonna swing out, catch another. And there's 2 down. Crimson waiting for the swing up top. Catches the headshot through the smoke. Toxic Drop takes a lot of damage from that immolation. Doesn't go down, and Pool's getting backed up for it. Good nade. off the corner. Only does partial damage to Hex. Crimson able to get a Vezin in hand. But Valor's still against the odds. 3-4. With, I believe, utility running out or gone. They still have one immolation from Shark. Oh, and a good bit of teamwork there. Blue reinforcing Hex. Shark catching Blue, though, keeps it 2-2. HP bars in favor of Havoc, but Shark's aggression winning them at least one kill. Bishop gonna swing wide on the corner. Where's the EMP? It's in Shavket's hands, and they'll get it off of the kill. Valor take 3 on the half, and the EMP plant at that point just style, because the cash doesn't matter as we reset economies and swap sides. Quite the series. Going the distance, as they say. 12 rounds, map 1. 12 rounds, map 2. Dare I say another 12 for map 3. I see Tog requesting a our stream to be turned into the Zoomer memes, where it's like 8 different. I know it's not what you're asking, but it's what I thought of. We have some guy slicing some bread in a corner. We'll have like a replay in slow-mo and another. We'll have Gibular Bob wearing a hat in another corner. So we'll give everyone something to look. Everyone something to look at. Nice picks. Crimson down to Hacks, and this is Havoc's offensive opener going very good. 4 alive, EMP planted, Toxic drop, looking to finish things up, and does. And that's the lead for Havoc. Likely take it to 5-3, but man, that 5 has been a cursed number for Havoc, so I don't know how early they want to get to it, but we got some memeage going on in chat, and we'd love to see it. I appreciate again all of the folks that have been having a good time today. We've been here for a long time, 2 hours plus of live broadcast, and you've been with me through it all. So, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. Probably. A bad thing, but a good. I know it's a good. I know we're all having a good time here, so I anticipate that to continue with round numero 8. Crimson has been a very effective lurk so far this series. Havoc has to be careful of that. Especially now as Crimson does slowly crawl their way down back of the stairs. They do have eyes, and ooh, maybe not too many eyes. There's two, makes it three. Crimson comes in and disrupts Havoc offense. Picks up a Vezin, finds four. This man can't be stopped. Folks in chat asking for a multi-kill. Crimson delivers to you. Quite a unfortunate lapse in coverage there from the Havoc offense, who otherwise were in control of that push. And, man, VALOR are not making this easy for Havoc. They do not want them to tie. VALOR want to remain undefeated, want to go 4-0-1 and deliver Havoc their first loss of the season. They're 2 points away from doing it. If VALOR ties or wins the map, they win the series. I personally... We may stop the broadcast if VALOR... I guess if either one of these teams... Well, if Havoc could technically still tie and lose, so if they get to 6, we got to stick around. One is on that bottom floor. Hack's patiently waiting for it to make sure. As the hatch opens up, foam goes down. Hax catches one through the wall. A nice pickup. Catches two more. Blue actually on the support. Hax looking for 3 as Works is tucked into the backside, and Havoc on offense with a much cleaner round. And Crimson again coming alive. Finds 2. Can't make it 3. But might be enough to get Works back into this. A 1v3 ahead of them. And as Works gets pushed back, EMP goes out to plant. And an interesting eco for Works here. Tucking in, carrying the rifle through it. Smart choice. They definitely don't have a lot of cash in their bank right now, and the loss is going to hurt. And a big super chat from Tog Tog. I certainly won't fall asleep. My voice is just hurt. My voice hurts, literally. So, trying to minimize the calls to when they're needed. But, last week, I think I did 4 or 5 broadcasts between 2 leagues, and this week, and now I didn't take a break like I normally do because these teams rescheduled to today, and there was a lot of votes for this matchup, so I didn't want to disappoint anybody. But I also didn't anticipate that I would have to cast for 2.5 hours. I really thought that this would. I mean, I didn't think. It's hard to. You never know when you're going to have a cast like this, but. Yeah, 12 rounds map 1, 12 rounds map 2. It is a lot of rounds to solo cast. So it was just a combination of things where I'm trying to minimize when I'm talking, and this is taking a lot of my talking time to explain this to you. So, but hey, here we are. Getting ready for round 10, and I drinking water and resting my voice for the action that is to come. Havoc looking to stop the loss. set up here for Havoc outside of A. And what a odd round there where Havoc just could not break through. VALOR in their wall shots and through the smoke and ultimately their hold on site. And because we're so close in this series, every dollar matters. Because it's so back and forth, carrying a Vezin through holds quite a bit of value. So Toxic, I imagine, will sit here for another 50 seconds. Maybe try and challenge or look for a pick. I don't think they're going to vault back in. Another eco, but we go 5-5. Oh, Toxic actually dropping in. Did they get shot on the roof? No, they dropped in. Interesting play. Trying to clutch. Two more rounds. Guaranteed. As I get to cast 36 rounds between VALOR and Havoc this afternoon, and you get to watch it. That's what we have today. What a series these two teams have put me through, and I had so much fun to cast. But man, I wish we had tiebreakers. I'll keep saying it. I think we already voted. I think it's already been a thing that I don't know if it, well, I don't know. I want tiebreakers for my sanity. And that is the series. We will not cast the final round because the series has been won. VALOR have taken it by tying or winning this final map in this best of 3. And so, congratulations to the VALOR squad for locking in the Series W over what has been a very long back and forth. That is, we're just already seeing celebrating going on on the VALOR side. You can't see it, but it is happening as they sort of fist bump and cheer because they have effectively stopped the loss, and the eco looking tough for Havoc. So, yeah, we will be signing off here. A shout out to everyone that hung with me through what was a tremendous series between these two teams. A excellent back and forth, one that I'm happy to be tuning in for, and ultimately one that went the distance. A long series, to say the least. But that is it. Shout out to Triangle Factory for supporting the VRML this season, as it has been a tremendous season so far. And I look forward to more, as Week 4 coming up, likely to have a lot of very exciting games left in it. Until then, stay classy. VRML is brought to you by Helga, the esports manager, Triangle Factory. Thanks for watching VRML.